a sunny day in Astana as players entered round 9 of the FIDE World Championship. Jan Nepomniachtchi leads by a full point and has the white pieces. The ceremonial move was made by Marat Azilkanov, Deputy Chairman and Head of the Secretariat of Assembly of the People of Kazakhstan. Jan started with e4. Players entered a Rilo pairs for the third time this match.
We have an anti-Berlin on the board. It's a symmetric structure in the center with one pair of pawns getting traded. But still, a lot of pieces are on the board. In fact, there have been no piece trades so far. And Daniil, you're actually saying that in these kinds of structures, anything can happen despite the symmetric nature of it.
Yeah, the game is very much on. And now, I'll take a risk and say, I have a feeling.
Someone will generate winning chances today.
I was about to say the symmetry will be broken within next 4 or 5 moves. But in general, given this tension between the pawns on a4 and b5, I have a feeling that it won't be like this forever. And let's say now something like bishop f8. It's really sharp. The game is very much on. No, he plays rook
he goes
b8.
something different. Wow.
I was actually about to say I don't even understand what the alternative is. But
yes. Okay.
To be honest, again, Ding has his own thinking. And again, I personally never ever prefer rook b8 to bishop f8. I can see the point of b takes a4. If it works, it works. But rook b8 is a little strange to me.
Jan was surprised by rook b8 and quickly played knight h4, bishop f8, and queen f3.
And it is definitely heating up as Ding took the pawn, allowed bishop takes h6. And yeah, that's what we were thinking that he might have to do, just take the queen side and give up the king side a bit.
Oh no.
But it definitely feels like he's given white an initiative that white should not have necessarily had.
White was cloaking black's king with his minor pieces. It was impossible to react since the pawn on f7 was pinned. And if pawn takes the bishop on h6, the knight on f6 was hanging.
There we go.
Wow.
I don't know if it's good or bad. But
it's going to be interesting. That will be known.
I'm certainly having fun here, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so rook takes b2. No, of course, the rook has come into the game, and it does make a good impression from that point of view. The knight is here to take the bishop. That's literally the main mission of the knight. This position is actually fascinating, guys. And the good news for us is that we're in for another really exciting game. I don't know how the players managed to make it happen, that every game, even if this game started with a symmetrical structure, is basically gone into the most interesting direction possible with piece sacrifices, pieces that could make captures and won't get recaptured immediately, tons of fascinating lines.
Jan took the bishop on f8 and rerouted his dark-squared bishop via c1 to a3. Ding placed his rook on b5, defending the knight on c5, but also allowing an exchange sacrifice with bishop c4.
I'm pretty sure Jan is actually, considering it. I think once again, in general, we see chess, pretty much similar way. And it's a Soviet school. And this bishop c4, bishop f1 is actually I saw many exercises of this kind, where having a pair of bishops, you actually need to spend 2 tempos to
preserve them.
To prevent your opponent from trading one of them.
And just to show people, we have shown very little interest in taking that rook. That might be surprising for people who don't understand why would we prefer to retreat than to take the rook in this position. So let's try to evaluate this position a little bit. Here we kind of improved black's pawn structure. We got rid of one of white's good pieces, the bishop. And, we are giving, this pawn is kind of weak. I suppose there's some outpost squares. Yeah, because that move, basically you're developing a piece, you're challenging white for the diagonal. And if white's best move is to move back, it feels like you've gained something.
Yeah.
So I definitely expect Ding to play that move.
By the way, yeah, bishop is6 played.
Yeah. Now,
So Jan took on a6 actually, which I kind of like. I think I mentioned it too, right? I mean, we had this. And yeah, this looks like a safe option for...
it's safe, yeah, safe,
White.
but not super ambitious.
After Jan traded the light squared bishops, the momentum was gone, and the trading of major pieces were almost instantaneous. What was left was a rook and a knight ending, with an extra pawn for Jan. But is it enough?
Yeah, it looks drawish though. Of course, I should have posed more problems in the endgame, but yeah, somehow it was not so simple to move my pawns forward, and yeah, I guess the knight endgame looks maybe dangerous for black, but probably a draw.
Well, first I thought it was an easy draw, but I realized it's not so simple, especially after the position he played king f4. If I go knight e4, it might lost because knight d3, knight d6, king e5, and he had many waiting moves here. Also, if I go king e7, I expect it's also a lost position because he has 2 pawns, and then he can go king g5 if he has a chance. And during the game, I thought maybe h3 is the only move to save the game.
After 9 grueling games, the rest day becomes more imperative for Jan and Ding. As we've seen, chess is but a small part of the player's preparation. Psychological, mental, and physical readiness are equally worth noting. Who do you believe will become the 17th World Chess Champion? Only 5 more games to go. Round 10 begins on Sunday the 23rd at 3 p.m. Join the commentary duo, Daniel Dubov and Irina Krush, on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook as they take you through the game live, discussing all the key moments and critical positions. Ask questions on Twitter, get involved, and interact in chat. Don't miss out.